Hello, happy Friday and happy Valentine's Day. What is up? It's Valentine's Day. Do we care? Honestly, I don't really care. I don't care that much if it's Valentine's Day. So, I've been married for 13 years, and it's like, don't really care about Valentine's Day. Honestly, I feel very loved and very appreciated every other day of the year. And we typically don't do much on Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate, if you care. It's lovely. The kids got to make little Valentines for school, which is so cute. I'm just going to move my mic a little closer. If you're here watching, let me know where you're watching. Going to give it a minute. Okay, I see a few of you have joined. Hi, tell me who's here. Just getting back. I am going to talk today all about mentors. There's a big reason why I think it's extremely important, and just kind of, I guess, a good place to start is I can see hearts, but tell me, you have to kind of say, hey, it's me, Jen. Otherwise I can't see who's here. Just kind of following the comments. But I get asked this question all the time about mentors, because it's actually a very important step in massively growing your business. And I literally just got back late last night, if you watch my Instagram stories, from my mastermind retreat with my mentor, James Wedmore, my inner circle mastermind that I'm a part of. Big investment, big annual commitment, but we get access to an incredible group of entrepreneurs, and I have a mentor that I can turn to with any business question I have, any mindset challenges that I have, if I'm stuck or feeling like I've kind of hit my limit. Like yesterday I was feeling a little bit like I've hit my limit, and my energy level's really low, and I just kind of feel like I wasn't really sure of next steps and how I can kind of muster the energy that I need. I'm going into a free training program. Hint, hint, you guys should sign up. I put a link here in the description. But it's exhausting. I'm running an agency. I have my 2 kids. I have my son's IEP meeting next week for his special education, and running the business, and then having the the 3-part training series, and we're planning for a live event. It's a lot, and I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed, and I turned to my mentor as a way to get strategies to recenter myself, to focus on what matters. You guys are what matters, right? You guys are the things that make it important for me to do what I do, which is, share and give and all of that. So I want to share a little bit about my experience with having a mentor, and then talk about how you know if you are ready for a mentor, and then how to find a mentor and look for one, what to look for in a mentor. So it's a good one today. Hopefully it's a really actionable plan for you. But so my mentor, James Wedmore, has been such an incredible investment. It's led me to just really amazing personal breakthroughs and business breakthroughs. And I don't believe I'd be able to grow my business as large as it is now without having the support and guidance of a mentor. And one of the reasons why I left law in the first place and switched over to PR was because I couldn't find any mentors, any female examples of the kind of business and life that I wanted. Women that kind of had it all. They were, really successful in their careers, and they were really connected to their families and very present for their kids. When I was an attorney, I couldn't find examples like that I could turn to and say, she is the framework for how I want to live my life. I'm going to follow exactly in her footsteps. go to her, have her do what I have her tell me what to do, and I'm going to just have the business or career and the life that I love. And that didn't exist, right? So I realized that I needed to take matters into my own hands if I wanted to have a work-life balance. And this year, we're going to be really focused a lot on work-life integration, and also, have a framework for flexibility and control of my time and growing my business to whatever size and scale I wanted it to be. How does that work? How can you have both? Well, I didn't have any examples of that. So I've since sought out other mentors and realized that I can serve a niche, fill a gap, because what I was looking for didn't exist, and so I'm creating it. But I realized there are certain things that kind of indicated to me that I was ready for a mentor. So how do you know that you're ready for a mentor? Do you feel like you have reached a plateau in your growth of your business or your personal growth? Do you feel like you're running in place and you're perhaps stuck and you don't know how to get unstuck? This is a big one I hear all the time, is that people just feel stuck and like they don't really know how to go and move past that. If you are ready to put in the work, but you don't know exactly what it is you're supposed to be working on. Like, you're not afraid of the work, but you don't want to be going down dead ends or working on things that are not the focus for your business. You want to know that you are putting in the right effort into the right things. That is how you know you are ready for a mentor. You've reached a plateau, you're stuck, and you don't know how to get unstuck, and you're ready to focus on the right things and put in the work, but you just want to know what it is you're supposed to be doing. Okay? So let me know if any of those resonate with you, if that kind of sounds like where you are in your business. And next, I'm going to talk about how you can find a mentor. Okay? So finding a mentor, think about the fact that a mentor could be somebody that is aware that they are coaching you and supporting you and serving you, or it could be somebody that you are following along on the content they put out. They could be putting out a podcast, Facebook Live, weekly show like me, have a Facebook group, other free content that they put out, programs that they have that are the kind of strategies that you're looking for in your business. It could be books that you're reading. Those people can kind of passively serve you as mentors, or you can make a bigger investment and connect with somebody individually and ask them how they can support you, ways that they can support you, and kind of let them know what you're looking for. So the first step to finding a mentor is be a good person. It's really an important step. Just be a good person. You need to be connecting to people and fostering meaningful relationships in your industry. So send thoughtful emails. Like, I really ignore a lot of the emails that I get that are too generic and that don't really show that the person reaching out to me has any awareness of what I do in my business, how I can really serve them individually, representing that they are aware of like my business, my personal life. I get emails of people saying, I'm looking to move to New York and want to know if I can meet you for coffee. And it's like, I live in Los Angeles. So how am I supposed to feel like you really know who I am when you haven't even done your homework? So, send thoughtful emails, reply to all your DMs, comment on social media with interesting remarks, compliment people on the things they're doing. So that way down the road, if you're looking to connect or ask a favor, people will be more inclined to respond to you and to help. And hint, hint, this is a big part of what it takes to be a successful PR pro, right? We know that it's about meaningful connection and actively maintaining relationships. And that's also a really important step in finding a mentor. Another step is be social. So if you're starting from scratch and you don't feel comfortable reaching out cold to strangers, which I don't recommend that anyway, but you can kind of take a little time to nurture. But if you don't feel like you want to reach out over social media or over email, go to events. Attend live events, industry events. It's an amazing way to connect with other people in your industry. Listen to the speakers, and if somebody really resonates with you, go up to them afterwards and make a connection and ask how you can stay connected with them and if they have any opportunities for formal mentorship. And speaking of events, we are hosting an event in April. I have my online event that is starting next Thursday. It's a 3-part free training series, but we are actually having an Get in the room event. Get out from behind your computer, meet your peers. The roster of people attending already is so awesome. They're coming from all over the country. It's amazing. We have a couple people coming from Canada. So awesome. So that's the kind of thing where you can get in the room, meet people in your industry, connect with the right people. And if you can't make it to a live event, try to go to online groups and connect inside there. It's a great way for people with like interests to find a meeting place. So if it's inside a Facebook group, like our Facebook group, for example, Profitable PR Pros, that's a great place also to connect. And, like me in there posting weekly content, or other people that may be just a little bit further ahead in their career. I'm thinking further versus farther. I know my mom watches my replays. Hi, Mom. And she would be like, no, Jen, it's further versus farther. Farther is distance. Further is like advancement. So further along in their careers. Or maybe it's farther because they're farther along, like they're more ahead in actual time. I don't know. Mom, let me know. Leave a comment. Sidebar. But anyway, so anybody who's a few steps ahead of you can serve as a mentor, okay? Also, look to your heroes. If you want to figure out who your ideal mentor is, make a list of your top 5 role models and narrow down who may be kind of able to realistically mentor you. And if none of them, like Oprah, for example, is not going to mentor you, but she may be on your list. If your list is full of all people like that, then try to think about narrowing it down to people who are similar to those people, but they may be able to give you advice that you need to emulate the career that you desire. So, maybe it's not somebody like, Tony Robbins, who you can join as programs, or Oprah, and she has coaching and programs too. They may not personally mentor you. Look for somebody that has the kind of business that you're looking to have and the kind of life that looks appealing to you, right? Thanks for the thumbs up. That's what I feel is important, is that my mentors have shared values, that their vision and their life aligns with the kind of life that I want to have. I want control over my time. I want flexibility. I want to feel connected to the work that I do. I want to serve. I want to serve people. I want to help people and share a model for how they can have it all, right? Like, I have kind of come up with this framework, and it has been an absolute gold mine for me in my business, and has given me the flexibility and freedom to be a totally present parent, very checked in wife and mom. And how can I sit on that? I have to share that, right? But I also have found mentors that have a similar approach to wanting to add value, wanting to contribute and have an impact. And that's how I feel too. So when I look for mentors, that's what I'm looking for. Look for people that have the kind of life and the kind of business and the same shared values that you have. And that's a good indication of somebody that can serve as a mentor for you. Be prepared. That's another tip. Study the person, look them up online, kind of stalk them a bit. Not like weirdo psycho stalker, but get to know them. Read their content, watch their videos, listen to their podcasts. I've been on a number of podcasts. I don't have my own, but I share a lot about my story, my background, how I got here on podcasts. And I also share a lot on social media. So if somebody was kind of following along and made a connection using the content that they had listen to. Like, I get a lot of DMs from people that thank me for sharing certain content, and I really appreciate that. And I start to take notice. And, you know, then I share ways that we can work together, you know, even for free, just coming into my groups, watching my live show each week on Facebook, which you're watching now, all of that. So be prepared, study up on people, and then reach out. It's the last tip, right? Use what you learn to ask for a meeting or just to make a connection. You know, maybe don't ask them to be your mentor in the first meeting. Just kind of maybe ask for a get to know you meeting. If they can't meet you for coffee, maybe it's a virtual coffee, right? Maybe get their address and send them a can of cold brew or a bag of coffee beans and send them a note and say, hey, can we meet over coffee? And set up a Google chat or a Zoom call, something like that, so you can get to know one another and let the relationship kind of naturally evolve. And if it's meant to be, the relationship will evolve and you can ask the person to be your mentor. And when it comes time to ask, kind of have your elevator pitch ready and make sure that you send them an email that's very thoughtful and concise, and lay out the time commitment, what you're looking for from them, what you will give to this relationship. Be really clear about your goals, and mention what you really like about their work and why you feel they could serve as a good mentor to you and what is kind of in it for them. And if they're busy and they don't have time, you know, there's still ways you can stay connected to this person and continue to nurture the relationship so that you can, you know, add value and then maybe serve as a go-to resource for them in some way, and they'll stay top of mind and find ways to help you with referrals and things like that, right? So the most important thing is to connect with others that have shared vision and values, make a deep personal connection, and be thoughtful. And the more you do this, the more opportunities you'll have to work with other people in all kinds of capacities, right? Networking, all of that. You know, live events, connecting in person, making that personal connection, connecting online. I've connected with a lot of my mentors online, and that's kind of the first step, right? And then what to look for in a mentor. Here's what you need to look for when you are looking for the right mentor for you. I know it can be scary to invest, so here are several tips that have served me really well when I've been investing in mentors. First, follow the potential mentor's content for a while and kind of note the theme of their content. Is it hope? Is it fear-based? Is it judgmental? Is it kind of Gary Vee style that's all in, like hustle hard till your face falls off? That doesn't resonate with me personally. I don't want to hustle hard till my face falls off. I want to have a career that's light and easy that I love, right? So I looked for mentors that have that same value in their content. Also, when you're looking for a mentor, look for congruency between your dream lifestyle and theirs, right? Like I said, do they value hustle over family? Big no-no for me. Do they endorse dangerous behaviors or shame students who failed by blaming the student or blaming their audience if they aren't successful? Does the mentor give more value, give more guidance, support, coaching, accountability, strategies? Do they give more than they take? Are they giving more than they're taking from you in time investment, financial investment? You want a mentor who's generous, kind, open-hearted, and is looking for giving you value. Do you notice that maybe your mentor values money above all else? Like you see maybe Facebook ads where you've got these guys that are like kind of leaning back on a Lamborghini, or they're like stepping off their private jet and they're like, oh, follow me and you'll be rich like me. The Lambros, right? Like the Lamborghini bros. That doesn't appeal to me. I feel like when you have an impact, the income will follow. And my objective is to align with people who value that first. And, they're wildly successful, but that's not what drives them. right? Like that's not what drives them. I would measure success as working less, working more strategically, smarter, not hustling, and, making great money because you're doing what you love. But even if you're working fewer hours and making the same money, to me, that is a success, right? If you're not working as much and you're making the same amount of money, that's a great kind of approach to maximize your time. So that's what I look for in a mentor, is somebody that kind of prioritizes family time, personal care. That's more important than just searching for somebody who's going to show me how to make the most money and hustle till my face falls off. The other thing is buy their low ticket offers or their book and really check into their philosophies. Like I really love reading books by mentors first. And it's kind of like reading their journal, and it's something that they pour their entire heart into, and you get a sense of their style, their approach, their philosophy, their framework. And you can get a less expensive approach for how you can check into them for free before you make a bigger investment, right? And that could be with someone like me or somebody else online, checking into the free content in the Facebook groups, downloading tip sheets, checking into my free training series, which we're launching next week, which I've included a link if you want to sign up. I would love to have you in there. It's awesome. And I just love it doing it. We only do it twice a year. So we're not going to offer it again until probably November. So this is your opportunity to jump into that totally free training. But that's a great way to check into somebody's philosophy, teaching style, their approach to business, to like dip your toe in the water to decide if you want to do more with them. And finally, if you do invest with a mentor, read the contract really carefully and make sure that their deliverables are in writing, that it's really clear what you are going to be getting from them in return. Is it a certain number of coaching calls? Is it certain content delivered at a certain pace? The mentor also needs to have accountability with you. So read the contract and understand what it is that you are being promised, what the role is going to look like, the coaching structure, so you know exactly what it is you can expect from them. So those are my tips, so you know what to look for in a mentor, how to know you're ready for a mentor, what you need to do to find a mentor, and also what my experience has been like. It's exponentially grown my business. It's given me somebody to hold me accountable. I'm running my business from home, right? And it's been pretty isolating. We're celebrating 15 years this year, which is amazing. I can't believe it. We just did this super cute photo shoot for our 15th anniversary. So that was really fun and celebratory. But for most of that time, probably about 11 years, I was running my business essentially alone without anybody to bounce ideas off of. And there really wasn't any community sense for PR professionals. So that's one of the reasons why I created the Profitable PR Pros group. It's the main reason I created my coaching programs, my mentorship opportunities, because that didn't exist. And so when I found mentors, that's when my business skyrocketed. That's when my confidence skyrocketed, because I knew I was on the right path, because I knew I was focused on the right things, because I was no longer running in place. And there's been no better investment in myself and my business than hiring a mentor. So I hope that serves you well. And please sign up for our PR Path to Profitability training series. It's going to cover all of the steps and the framework, like a step-by-step actionable framework. My entire Path to Profitability framework that I use to run my profitable agency. Steps that are 4 pillars that build on themselves so that you continue to attract better clients, bigger retainers. You have a client pipeline on tap. Do I pay a mentor, Sally? Oh my gosh, yes. I was just at my mastermind retreat. My mentorship program is $30,000 a year. And money well served. I'm so lucky to be in this group. It's worth every penny. Just the first retreat alone, the value that I got out of it was worth that and then some. So absolutely, yeah, I pay a mentor, and I get access, I get accountability, I get coaching, mentorship, I get community, I get content I can implement, I get frameworks and systems. It's all this stuff. Sally, I know you are obviously a member of our program. The mentor that I have is very similar to the Fast Track mastermind program that I run on top of my agency accelerator. So we have the self-study program, and then we have the more intimate 12-month coaching program where there's more connection and content, or not content, but more connection, some content, community, accountability, coaching that comes from me and the group inside our mastermind. So yeah, I do. And I have other mentors. I've just bought their programs, self-study programs and attended events, but it's absolutely been clutch for me to grow my business. So thanks for asking that question. So sign up for our PR Path to Profitability training series and get the clarity, the mindset shifts to gain confidence and start up-leveling your business today, or next week, starting on the 20th, okay? So sign up using the link here. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, happy Valentine's Day. Thanks so much for being here. And I hope that you feel comfortable finding the right mentor for you, the right fit that's going to skyrocket your business and help you have a breakthrough year in 2020. I'll see you soon. Have a great weekend.